Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still Thursday. It is the 8th of December 2022. So I wanted to show you the finished product of what we did here. So first of all, big thank you to Steve for the helping hand. It made all the difference to have that extra person. But I had these triangles laying around and they were from when we did the peak on the battery room, and so they've been sitting on the ground for like about 6 months, and we use them actually for target practice and all those type of things. But squaring them up, putting them together, they fit perfectly for a side. I used 2 sheets of metal for the roof. I ended up having to use 2 for the back as well, just because there was, with the one on, there was like a gap about that much. And I was like, nope, that's not going to work. So there's the back here. And then I had a couple, it was one long piece, and I I was supposedly going to cut it in half. It's obviously not quite in half, but it was enough that we could get that here, screw that in. And there's the side of that one. I did for right now, because I don't want to put the wood directly on the ground. I did put that piece of board in there. I'm going to figure something else out. That's temporary. I may just put like a couple of 2x4s or something down in the front there so that we can stack on that as well. But, so there is our woodshed for the fire pit. And that's going to be a very workable thing. And I'm actually quite pleased. For someone who's no kind of carpenter at all, which is me, to see this, I kind of saw this in my head, and I'm like, this can work. We can do this. And, we had the 2x4s here. So basically what it consists of is there are, on the top, we got 3 2x4s on the top. I tied in 2x4s, on the bottom there, and then I used the 1x and screwed them into the 2x4s there. And then the other 2x4s are screwed into the top that way, and then put the sheet metal on top, got those in with the appropriate things. And I'm not worried about like the old ones that were here. If they leak a little bit, that's not going to be that detrimental at all. So, but it's making forward progress, folks. So when we do our get-togethers, regardless of what the weather is going to be moving forward, we're going to have dry wood, and that's the ultimate goal. Jerry, so I was saying to Steve, I said we hadn't seen Jerry Lee a couple days, and so all of a sudden here he was. And what I said to Steve was, I said, you know what I think it was? He's a smart dog, very, very smart dog, and he's kind of like stalking Heather or Hell at the moment. You see him, and she's like, "What are you doing?" So. Anyway, I think he heard us working. And when he heard us working, he knew that, hey, there's people there. When there's people there, I'm going to get fed. So I think that's why he ended up showing up today. He'll be here for the weekend, I'm sure, because when we do our prepper get-togethers, he's a prepper as well. And that's nice. Piece of plastic. So he will be here for the weekend as well, because Jerry Lee is also a prepper and a member of our bug out group. So, but really happy with this, guys. I mean, it's not, super fancy. Wasn't meant to be super fancy. It's meant to be functional, and that's what it's going to be. Now, why did I have the opening this way? As the winds come off the hill here, and blows everything this way, that's why I wanted it this way. And then that way we can easy access to get to add to the fire. So one more project done and out of the way. And yes, no, I have not skirted my camper yet. That will be happening. I'm not exactly sure when, but that will be happening. But this was something I wanted to get done. Everybody's coming together this weekend. And so I'm like, you know what, we got to have something here ready to go to put wood in so that it can be dry. So when we're ready to cook and burn fires and all that good stuff, we have dry wood. So that's what that was all about. So I'm like, okay, well, I said, right now, it is starting to sprinkle, and so yeah, that's you know, they said there was going to be a little bit of rain this afternoon. It's like 1:30 right now. So this project, how long did it take us? Hour and a half maybe. So not too bad, not too bad. So anyway, this weekend, let me tell you what's going to be happening. Actually, Mark ended up getting tomorrow off. So once he gets out of work tonight, he's going to get his thing all ready to go with, he's got his trim all painted, and he did that. And so he will be down here early tomorrow. And so I will be giving him a hand with getting the rest of his roof trusses up, and you know, getting his plywood, or not, I mean, getting his sheet metal on the little cabin down here, or as we affectionately call it, the deer blind, for those that think that we need to have a permit to build this type of thing down here. So it's not a cabin, it's a deer blind. So just I'm gonna make sure I clarify that. But so that is going to be by tomorrow night. That should be completely dried in. All right, it shouldn't take us, I don't know how long it'll take us, but Mark's going to be here early in the morning, and I know he's chomping at the bit to get going with this, which I don't blame him. And so yeah, we'll get that squared away, and we'll be good to go. But okay, you know what, you got the whole meadow to run in. Why do you have to run into me? Anyway, so that's going to be, you will see that completely dried in this weekend. I know Mark was talking about going and getting some insulation as well when he's down here, and get that insulated as well. And I think he plans on hopefully sleeping in there this weekend. So, and I think that's cool. And but that'll be, you know, one thing that much closer to completion and being done and being ready to go, and that's a good thing. Like I said, all these things, guys, they all take time. Nothing happens overnight. So, you know, you just got to work at things, and as you do it and get it done. And this is going to be, his cabin will be a work in progress for a while. But once he has it dried in, I mean, then he can come down here and stay in here whenever he wants. And that'll be good. And then, you know, he's got to eventually get the wood stove in there and all those other things. I think he's bringing the wood stove with him on this trip. And so that's not a bad thing either. But yeah, so we'll get it done, and that'll be a good thing. But like I said, slow and steady wins the race. I'm a big believer in that. And as we continue to make progress and do what we got to do up here, we want to try to be as comfortable as we can. For whatever reason, it always seems when we have a weekend get together, other than one, we had one decent weekend up here. Every weekend that we've done these get-togethers, it has rained. Now the forecast has changed a little bit. I think tomorrow is only a 36. Come on, guys, go. I think it's only a 36% chance of rain tomorrow, and like a 40% chance on Sunday. And it's saying showers, which means it's not going to be raining the full time. So that'll be good. We'll get some things done. We will be working on the start of the pavilion this weekend as well. Joe from St. Bernard Acres brought down the auger, and so we will be utilizing that and see how that goes. We'll get the post holes dug, hopefully get them in. There's plenty to do, and we're just going to keep working on things. But that's what we got. That's where we are. Good day. I feel very productive, because I got something done, I got something accomplished. Like I said, it ain't pretty, but it'll work, and that's a good thing. All right, guys, listen, real quick, I do want to remind everybody I am still doing my sale with Legacy Freeze-Dried Foods. So if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it will drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. It's a 25-year shelf life, GMO-free, gluten options available for people that need that. It is also vegetarian, and there are beef and chicken options available separately that you can purchase. So, good thing to have in your long-term preps. You can save 20% right now with the sale using Solstice 2022, because the winter solstice is coming up, and that is the shortest day of the year, and then we will start gaining daylight every day after that, which will be a good thing. So, all right. Also on my website, we have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. So check them out as well. So if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you'll see the Forefathers logo. You click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you're on their website, make sure that if you decide to make a purchase over there, you can save 15% over on their site by using the discount code PrepperNurse1. All right. What else was I going to tell you guys? I think that's about it. But so anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. Like I said, productive, got something done. I'm going to get the wood out of the weather. What I may end up doing is I'm going to probably split some of this up more and then put it in here just to get a start. Tomorrow we're also going to be working on getting some more wood in here, so we'll get there. So anyway, that's it for now, guys. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. Apparently Jerry Lee likes the woodshed. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only person that's going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.